Hey guys, welcome to Jess Pinoy Investing, our road to retirement. I hope everyone is doing great. It's Friday. I believe everyone is preparing for the relaxing weekend. I'm driving to work now, and I just want to share with you guys because I did a little research about Opendoor and Offerpad. So basically, what's the difference between these two companies? So if you're an investor of Opendoor and Offerpad, maybe this information will help you a bit to understand what's the high level background or comparison between these two companies. And as we know, the share price of these two companies are actually very volatile within the past weeks. So let's start with Opendoor. So what's the difference of Opendoor with Offerpad in terms of approach? So basically, Opendoor is heavily relying on automated process in terms of offering a cash to the sellers. So if you know of Opendoor platform, is basically if you are a seller of a property or of your home, just go to their website, fill up some information about your property, and Opendoor process will automatically search about the property information comparing to their database of maybe similar properties, and based on the algorithm calculation, they can quickly offer cash to the seller. So that's how the approach of Opendoor. It's more of technological based process, wherein Offerpad is more focused on personalized or human approach, like the traditional way of, seller will go to Offerpad, and there are some employees from Offerpad who will basically approach or communicate with the seller to understand the property details so that they can offer a good price. So then what's the difference between the market or availability or expanded availability of the market between these two companies? So Opendoor has a large scale availability in terms of marketability. It's actually operating largely in the United States, and Offerpad has a very focused areas or states in that they are offering this service. So basically, they are not as wide as Opendoor in terms of the availability. Now, what about the difference between the fees? Of course, Opendoor and Offerpad will get some service fees from the sellers or from the buyers for their service, right? So that they can generate an income. So Opendoor charge as lower as below 5% in terms of service fee, wherein the Offerpad is charging approximately about 8% service fee. So we can already see the difference, right? So if I am a seller, of course, if you are a seller, you want to pay at least a less amount so that it will not affect your selling price. So now let's go to the user experience. So in terms of Opendoor, if the seller is like a tech savvy or wants to process the selling in terms of technology based, like online processing without more contacting the seller, the Opendoor employee or agent. So basically, Opendoor is offering this online based transactions. So it's more easy for the seller to just understand what's the offer for the property that he is selling. Wherein the OfferPad again is similar to like traditional way of transaction, where maybe the agent or the employee from OfferPad will actually have a contact or face-to-face transaction with the seller to come up with an offer. So in my opinion, if I would pick to these two companies, obviously the more efficient way is the Opendoor approach, because not only the process will become faster, I can get a cash offer on my property, and it's less effort but more efficient, because basically the basis of Opendoor in terms of the transaction is on their large data that was already recorded from the past selling history on their platform. So that is the comparison between Opendoor and OfferPad. If you have more information about these two companies, please share in the comment below, so that we can understand what are the other areas or categories where, let's say, Opendoor has more advantage or disadvantage, or likewise for OfferPad, what are the advantages and disadvantages of OfferPad compared to Opendoor, so that we can weigh which is better in our decision for investing for these two companies. Now, just to give you a high level background how Opendoor started in terms of institutional interest or investors' interest. So if you know the one of the hedge fund managers named Eric Jackson, so he is actually the one advocating that Opendoor could have a huge potential to grow. He is known as the one of the hedge fund managers who actually also advocated during the Carvana's business kind of struggles, that during the time that Carvana went down, he also advocated that it has really a good potential to grow, and now we can see that Carvana actually goes in a higher price, right? I think it's around $400 now. So similar to this vision, Eric Jackson also see that Opendoor could be the next Carvana. So that's the most popular I would say statement that we can see if you search about Opendoor and Eric Jackson kind of articles. You can see that this is one of his advocate in terms of how he sees the company will grow. He even have a target share price for Opendoor that he thinks that the company is valued at $82 per share. So of course we don't know what's the details of these metrics on how he calculated this, but that's how he sees the value. And if that really is the case, and you are investing at the price of maybe below $5 or even at the current price, then still you will have a huge gain, right? Please watch one of my videos where I actually took a profit when this price volatility of Opendoor took off, so that you can get an idea how much did I invest and how much still I have investing in this company. So basically the investment I have now still sitting on my portfolio for Opendoor is around 1,000 shares, and this is my, I would say, profit already. So I took the original investment amount, and this 1,000 shares is from my profit from Opendoor. So I'm okay. If in case the share price will go down, I still did not, I don't lose my original investment. So it's kind of interesting to ride this volatility because in my opinion, it's not exactly the same as the GameStop frenzy. You know, GameStop is one of the meme stocks that really went popular to the traders and even the social media groups who actually pushed the price higher. Opendoor is a real business, I would say, and there's really a potential for the company to grow. So according to Eric Jackson again, as long as the company will be managed by a good CEO who is also knowledgeable on technology, especially artificial intelligence, then Opendoor business will have a huge opportunity and advantage against a competitor. So I'm also having the same understanding based on what I see from Opendoor's website and looking at their financial status from the most recent quarterly earnings report. Like other businesses, there's no guarantee or we cannot say 100% that the business really will grow, but as long as we understand at least how the business is being managed or how the business operation is handled, at least we have an idea on our investment. So if you are an investor or trying to see whether the Opendoor business really will go to the successful trend, please share your comments below. What do you see in Opendoor business that you think will bring your investment more profit on your portfolio? Of course, this is not a financial advice and I'm not recommending these stocks to any investors. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts and at least the research information that I have from internet and also from the articles that I'm reading. Like you, we are trying to look for a good investment that we can add in our portfolio. So the best is to do our own research and if possible try to understand the financial standing or financial status of the business so that we can get more idea whether the business is struggling or they have a sufficient fund to continue their business, and most importantly try to understand what's the mission of the company and how they are able to compete with the current market condition against other competitors. So that's my simple sharing to you guys regarding the Opendoor and Offerpad. So again, please let us know if you have any more information that you can share about this company and how many shares of Opendoor do you have in your portfolio, and if you are investing in Offerpad as well, let us know how many shares do you have and did you already at least take some profit from these two companies, and what's your plan on your investment on these shares that you bought on these companies. Are you planning to just trade it for short term or you're planning to hold it for long term? So for me, like what I said, since the shares that I have in my portfolio is from the profit, I'm not really worried whether let's say the Opendoor stock price will go down to $4 or $3. Still, that is a profit that I am using. So my initial investment is already secured. So wish me luck, and of course, like what I mentioned, we are trying to capture some potential gains that we can add in our portfolio and keep growing our investment so that again towards our goal for early retirement, right? So if we are lucky and the business really goes towards the successful strategy, then that's a good thesis that we have. It's not 100%, but at least we are doing our own due diligence to understand the business and at the same time trying to manage our risk. We don't put all of our investments in one company where we are not really sure, right? Regardless if it's a big company or small company, we really have to understand what's behind the business so that we have confidence to allocate some of our portfolio in our investment. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you are new to my channel, my name is Jess. Thank you for dropping by, and I hope if this kind of video helps you understand some of your portfolio or business or companies that you are investing in, please subscribe so that you can follow some of my updates, some of the companies that I'm investing in, and then some of the research also that I'm doing for some of the companies available that has a potential to grow. If you are my existing subscriber, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I always appreciate you guys sticking to this channel and sharing your thoughts, engaging with the videos. That basically all of your comments are helping our community to understand how do you allocate your investments. And I'm happy that there are many subscribers who are now retired and sharing their thoughts, their investments in the comments, and that actually help us get motivated also to manage and grow our portfolio. And everyone in this channel are having a huge goal to retire early and be be successful in our financial goals. Most importantly, we want to become retired early because we want to be together with our families, enjoying vacations. So our goal is to retire early because we want freedom, right? We cannot return the time, and we don't want to work until we get old, right? So let's help each other, share whatever knowledge you have in terms of investing. Let us know the tips and successful stories from your investment so that it could also help the community grow the investment portfolio, and together we will achieve our early retirement. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a nice weekend, and we'll talk to you in my next video. God bless.